In 2020, as the COVID crisis first hit our shores, Leo Varadkar led our country through the most difficult months. He showed what a fine Taoiseach he was through his absolute focus on the well-being of our citizens, his clear plan to deal with the crisis, and above all else, his commitment to forming a government to lead. Tomorrow, people right across the world will be tuned in to the World Cup final to find out who the winning team is. But today, we reaffirm that winning team in Ireland. In Fine Gael, in Fianna Fáil and in the Greens, we have our winning team. Leo takes over as Taoiseach of an historic coalition, a coalition that shows how far we have come since the Civil War. It is testament to both party leaders that we are seeing the successors of these two sides share and pass on power. Today is an example of our country being at peace with its Civil War history, and today proves that coalition works. This day next week, a certain someone will leave the North Pole to deliver to boys and girls. And that's exactly what this government has done. Deliver. Delivered through challenges that were absolutely unforeseeable back in 2020. A global pandemic, a war on European soil, and a cost of living crisis. With strong, steady, stable leadership, we are navigating through these uncharted waters. A government which Micheál Martin has led so responsibly and with such compassion. A government which the Greens have ensured always operates through a lens of action on climate change. People want a functioning, responsible government that gets on with the work at hand. And that is exactly what this government has done. It supported businesses when they needed help most. It protected workers through groundbreaking legislation, and it delivered record employment against a global backdrop of uncertainty. Minister Heather Humphreys has delivered for rural Ireland. She's invested in communities across the island, and she has protected our most vulnerable and our over 70s. Minister Paschal Donoghue's €11 billion budget protected households, and his influence has put us at the centre of Europe. Minister Simon Coveney led us through the choppy waters of Brexit with a whole-of-Ireland approach. Minister Simon Harris has made third-level education more accessible and apprenticeships more attractive. And Minister Helen McEntee has been creating stronger, safer communities right across Ireland. Her second son, less than 1 week old, will shortly have lived through his second Taoiseach. He grows up in an Ireland that punches far above its weight on the international stage. An Ireland which offers opportunity, not just to our own people, but to those who want to call here home. It can be so easy to be blinded by the empty rhetoric of opposition politics that paints Ireland as a bleak country on the outskirts of Europe. Optimism is never the hallmark of opposition politics, but this opposition has been populist, pessimistic and divisive. Ireland is a reflection of its people, a nation of céad míle fáilte, of decency, of kindness, of a hard-working ethos and of fairness. It's our people that this government serves and that Leo Varadkar will lead as Taoiseach, and serve them he will. 28,000 new homes have been delivered this year and we'll continue to build more. You'll pay lower income tax next year than this, and we'll continue to put more money back in your pocket. Public transport costs have been slashed, and we'll continue to invest in our roads, our buses and our train lines. Childcare costs will be reduced next year, and we'll continue to invest in those early years. Hospital inpatient charges have been abolished, and we'll tackle waiting lists too. There are more Gardaí on our streets today than last year, and we'll always prioritise law and order. This government will continue to focus on reality, not populism, on hope, not pessimism, on unity, not division, because that is what leadership looks like. Ireland needs a leader that will provide stability and vision. He did that for us last time round, and I know that Leo Varadkar will do that for us again. It is my absolute honour, Leo, to second your nomination for Taoiseach of Ireland. I know you'll do our party, our country and our people proud. Good night and Boherlat.